And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing FortressCraft Evolved Mega Factory. Well, I think it's about time we actually get some of these Falcors up and running and take care of some of this loot automatically from at least one of the corners. That one is all ready to go. A couple of the other ones are on the way. So let's see. I gathered a bunch of materials. I crafted the Falcor beacons because I had the hardened PCBs ready to go. I can craft even more. I've got lots and lots of hardened PCBs left. I got 2,000 iron wire. So let's look at auto upgraders. Servo motors and copper wire. I'm still crafting that copper wire. I went and grabbed a bunch, but you know how it is. So let's see if we can build. We can build 50 of these at a time. So let's build some Falcors. So Falcor, I want to first put a set here. These don't need power, which is beautiful. And then let's just slap some onto this side. I'm not sure what that sound effect is. It sounds like my excavators. A lot of times Unity gets overloaded with sound effects. I've been meaning to change the excavator so it only plays that fire sound like every 5th block. I think that would be a nice change. So we used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 4, 20. We used 20 in that little batch right there. So let's do this side just because they are a little bit more distributed. It's kind of a topsy-turvy up and down sort of system. Okay, that was too far. And then back this way will be a little bit faster because I just walk right across the top of them. So we have now 40 Falcors ready to go. Let's look at beacons, and likewise, where would they be? Beacons and then solar panels. So up here first, we're gonna want like a beacon right there, there, and then let's put the batteries as well up here. We don't need a whole lot of power because we are Eternal Day. So there is one set of beacons right there. And then let's go over a little ways and build a whole another set, trying to sort of space them out enough where they don't do a whole lot of crossing. We want a little bit of overlap, not too much though. So over here is going to be a little trickier. I'll offset this one a little ways, and then I'll put the next one down here. I want to sort of keep these in line diagonally right from the CPH. So over here, a little bit messier because they need sky clearance, and that building getting in the way is going to cause those Falcors to have to go way up and then over and then down, which is one of the reasons I wanted so many, so I get a lot of overlap. So we're going to put one back in here. And then just continue the diagonal. So kind of look sideways here and mark a new spot. That way when we go over here, we can mark a new spot like that. These should all have sky clearance, no problem. I think these have a range of like 32, I want to say 32 blocks. So it's a pretty good range on the beacons. but I'd like a little overlap just to make sure that I'm gathering them as fast as I can. Because I have seen the ruined parts despawn after a time. So there is a timer on them. So we're gonna set this one up maybe right there. Kind of going right down the middle-ish of our area. And let's set the next one up right over here. Now, if there's any gaps in the coverage, you know, after I get an attack from this side, I'll be able to come back over here and see where there are gaps, and then I'll be able to fill them in pretty simply. So we want another one right in here. It's like so. Maybe one more. Back in here. And then the overmine situation. I do want another one maybe right there. Just because Spiderbot and missiles tend to take them out pretty close to the overmine, depending on where you build your missile platform. So that should cover it. I got probably a little area over here that I want to cover as well. So let's go ahead and just take care of that while we're over here. Just to take care of some of this stuff here, because the overmind is a little off center from where I was coming in. So now we've got beacons galore on this side. Now let's go look at the other side and see the loot situation. Not really any loot over here to speak of. So we want to build one kind of close to everything. And then make sure we're on the diagonal and continue that process over. Keeping away from my lasers. Oop. It's like so. And the next one, right sort of here-ish. It's kind of an inexact science. And the next one will be somewhere over here. Might as well slap it down while I can. There we go. So I need to set up the next set of excavators to dig out the rest of this corner, because it's pretty flat. And after we get through some of this stuff here, it's a pretty flat area over here. I mean, flat as far as like having to dig up. So it won't take very long. Let's put it that way. It won't take very long to dig out the rest of this. It's just these tall mountains, these huge land masses that take a while to clear out. These smaller hills and stuff, you can clear one of these with this size radius, you know, in about 40 minutes or so. Not too bad. So this one already had something get picked up. That's a big question, is whether those Falcors are too far away. I think eventually they will be. Get far enough away and we're going to have to build like a Falcor setup right over here. And then, you know, conveyor all of the parts into here. So there's the Falco returning, dropping off the heavy chitin, which goes through our system, gets into the filtering system, goes all the way through. If it survives that long, it gets processed. So this also, yes, picks up. The only thing I could put a filter on the top of this pointing up that says take out all garbage and dump it in, but I don't really pick up that much garbage. So I tend to just manually check it once in a while. It can definitely be automated. Oh, there's another one heading off. Yeah, he upped the range of the Falcors, so they go quite a ways. But again, the further away they are, the longer it takes for them to do a round trip. So it's kind of a give or take situation. It's kind of hard to balance. Kind of hard to balance the Falcor system if you don't want to have a ton of them. Okay, so over here we also have a need for Falcors, because these are, nope, wrong block. We get attacks coming from this direction. So we are on the diagonal here, sort of. So these will pick up any weird areas in here. And I'm going to want at least a beacon somewhere in here for the really close guys. This will pick up in a pretty big range around here. We have another 480 copper wire ready to go. It looks like this guy already picked up something, which is good. That's what we want to see. Oh, look at all the parts over here. So let's start this process. Try to maybe get our Falcors to do the work for us while we are over here. These should be able to find all the parts over here. Let me come back here and put one there. That might be wrong place. Yeah, doesn't have a light on. See, the light is off where the light is on. That's when you know it's got power. Yeah, I do need to clean up this corner a little bit. But again, we want to stay on the diagonal. So, sort of diagonally here. So maybe one back into this corner wouldn't hurt. See if I can sneak these back here. Oh, yeah, there was a Falcor, just picked up a bunch of stuff. We should be able to grab, and it might, it has the potential to reach like that one up there. So yeah, it definitely can pick up in 3 dimensions. That's not the problem. Problem is just trying to keep everything covered. Those have sky clearance, right? Yeah, those have sky clearance. So our Falcors are already getting put to use. Let's head on this direction and maybe put 2 over here. So let's go to the diagonal here and slap one right here. Oh, where are we getting attacked from? Where's Spiderbot? So we are getting attacked from this corner now. So this will go a long ways in helping pick up all the loot. That drops. Most of it drops like where that tree is. So we're going to need to clear out some of this space. Probably go one that way and then start zigzagging it. Or, I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. So Falcors can reach this far? Falcor en route. Okay. All right. We have Falcors, the initial push of Falcors running. We got a lot more to do with Falcors just because we want to cover as much of these corners as we can. It looks like these are starting to finish up. So yeah, I'm going to need to set up the next set. Kind of want to keep this copper around just in case. I mean, it's 10 million copper. And it's relatively close. It's not really... That's not really close, is it? Not really close. That's quite a ways. So we're just... we're just going to live recklessly here. So clear ore, set it up, ready to go. And you are going to clear all of this ore out of here. So the next set is going to come in through here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So we're going to set this to 13. Drop none. I'm going to give it a little bit more height just in case. Don't think I need it, but we're going to give it to it just in case. You can see the edge. That white texture that should be fixed in the next patch. I'm not on bleeding edge in this playthrough. He's made some pretty significant changes to, like, you hit escape and it pauses the game, so that can cause some problems. So when he implements a risky update, I tend to stay away until I know that it's not going to break my world, because I don't want to lose the world or any progress that I make in it. So as soon as we switch over to, as soon as that mainline patch hits at the end of the month, we will get all of the new fancy stuff, including a new crafting interface. There we go. Ore is cleared. Good to go. So break that and replace it. And now I can get rid of this. And then I can get rid of all of this. Oh, there was another one under here. So let me grab that one. So now I can really dig out. So this one is going to come through here, and I'm going to have another one going that way, one going that way, and then one in the kitty corner. And I just continue that pattern on the diagonals, and that clears out the path for the bugs and my beacons. Because if you put beacons on top of a mountain, the Falco has to go up there and drop. If you put them all on an even keel like this, they don't really have to do that much flying shenanigans to get where they need to go. So hopefully our beacons are working as intended. Oh yeah. We got quite a few over here, but again, most of the bugs are going to probably be dying somewhere in there. I still need to fill this in with... See, grabbed another one. That's a pretty long ways away to grab it. But the ones that get close, all those bug parts will be collected automatically, which will be nice. And between that one and this one, we should be able to gather any that drop into this area here. Yay! So, automated bug parts. A little bit more to go, but for the most part, we are cooking now. We are going to have so much organic matter. I have about 900 organic matter in there already, so this will just amplify that pretty extreme. Yeah, 928. So we had about 900 when I first started, and now all my Falcors are good. That's why I have so many Falcors. A beacon picks up a drop, the Falcor comes, picks it up, the beacon can then pick up another drop, and that will send another Falcor out. So if it's far enough away, you could have 3 or 4 Falcors all processing the same beacon at the same time, which is why I have so many Falcors. Oh, cool, they're flying underneath that. Awesome. Well, that will have to do it for this episode. So I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.